Hey guys, French per here. So today I decided to do quite I think the useful video, right? Uh, I've seen a lot of comments, during since the Prestige update came out. It seems that people are curious and they want to know how they should Prestige, and how they should not Prestige. I guess in another way, there's a lot of questions about it. So I thought I would do a video about it. And so the way this video will go, I will go character by character. I will not be like, hey, this is the best character that you should prestige up to 5, because I'm going to go over them by telling you, is it good to prestige them to 1? Because there are those characters that you are going to play because you like them. And but be honest, it doesn't matter what the prestige 5 is, you're just going to get there anyways because you like the character. Then there are those characters, sometimes you want to try something and you're like, hey, who should I try, right? And then, why not picking a character who is more special with a prestige, or you have, some points and you're like, hey, how should I prestige? So I will tell you first which ones are great to get up to prestige 1, where it's useful and that makes them more special, more fun to play, so something, the prestige 1, gives you an ability which is great. And then I will go over, over those characters, but not about the prestige ones, in between 1 and 5. Because between 1 and 5, pretty much every time you gain one more skill point that you can apply to your skill tree, and you can have, you can make your build a little bit stronger, basically. And also, when you get to prestige 1, sometimes having more points, can make a build more interesting and more fitting your new ability. Then prestige 5, this one I think it's the most special, and to me a good prestige 5, like a really good one, is a prestige 5 that when you get to 5, you're not like, okay, let's switch character. You're like, damn, I'm prestige 5, I just got this and this, and I can make some really good builds related to that, like yeah, let's just get into it right away. I will go over them in chronological order, like what am I saying, from up to down, so from here, and then down to the end. But I will start with Arthur, just because I think he's a prime example of a perfect prestige 5 character that is really worth it. So yeah, I drew the video and there will be timestamps for every character so you can know about them. However, feel free to just go ahead and listen to the fucking 30 minutes of monologue, of me talking about every character, if you feel like it. That's a lot of patience. So, first, the prestige 1. So prestige 1, I already have it, but basically it's right here. It goes from 25% to 30% damage for you and your teammates. So getting him to prestige 1 is super important. Makes him a lot more useful. It matters, in my opinion, very much against every demon. This 5% for you, it helps a bit, but to your warriors, that's insane. And I think maybe it's 5% because of that as well. This helps a little bit. So get the prestige 1, worth it, very worth it. Then then for the next phase, so basically prestige 2, 3, 4, you're going to get 3 skill points, and I do find them useful personally because okay, let's remove 5 of them. Okay, let's remove a bit more. So that's your Arthur build, that's your conventional Arthur build that you should use, in my opinion. Pretty much, you could go with that. But once you unlock more skill points, you can start to go there. You can start to visit this area of your skill tree. Boom. You see, I have 5 left right now. Okay. Now I have 4 left. Okay, so that is prestige 1. This 5% right here, by the way, makes a huge difference, just so you know. So once you get 1 point from prestige 1, you can start to put a point here, then you get your next point right here. Then, that's where I put those points, and I do find it useful. You know, obviously you can make some versions. You can do that. Boom. Or you can boom, do that. That's it. Prestige 1. Max tougher than hell. Very useful, right? That's another version you can get when you're Prestige 1. You can use 3 points, 4 points if you want to go there. And then, okay, when you get when you get to your higher prestige, you can really put your points where you need them. So you can max this out as I did. But you know what I did is I went all the way there. Then I put the point here, but you could also go max fear. Okay, so now the prestige 5. When I got to prestige 5, that was so cool because I was like, damn, okay, I'm done. What do I do now? And there's a whole bunch of builds. So everything here gets an upgrade. Literally every little skill he has. It's so cool. It's one of the only characters who gets so much buffs. So your cooldown gets an upgrade. The duration of your ability gets an upgrade. That's big. The melee damage gets an upgrade, a big one, 5%. Fear reduction as well. So it opens up the possibility for you to just go with a fear build because of the 1.1% upgrade and the duration upgrade. So you know there is that anti-fear aspect of Arthur. Basically it opens many possibilities for many builds, which is to me what makes it so cool. That's what a Prestige 5 should, and obviously the damage itself. You know, obviously damage as well. Everything here can be used, you know, except for this. This doesn't matter, right? So yeah, that's a perfect example of a good and worthy Prestige 5, because once it's done, you still have very still fun to have. You still have, you know, you still can experiment with your new Prestige 5 ability, which is super cool. Okay, so that was it for Arthur. I think I have the right build. Yeah, so now I will go over the rest as well, but yeah. So leaders, same exact thing as Arthur and most of the leaders. Prestige 5, extra 5% damage, extra 5% fear resistance. Super useful. Even a little bit more useful than Arthur, because he gets 2 buffs from LGF. Then the skill points. In his case, the skill points are, I mean, I'm only Prestige 1, so I can't show you, but it's not as useful because he doesn't really need a lot of skill points. I would say once you get to Prestige 5, which I'm clearly not there, once you get to Prestige 4, 5, and you have like four extra points, alright, then that makes a big difference because you can max out this, you know, or you can max out this, but you know, it is still kind of small. The reason, well, at least for me, he's a little bit better with guns, alright, just a little bit. So I kind of have to purchase this, but you know, you could still go over that, and then I believe, I mean, if you have, let's say, a melee build with him, right, like this, okay. That would be standard, that would be enough. Then, just like Arthur, you can kind of go over here, maybe to, you know, because one of his weaknesses is he's a little bit squishy, so you can kind of change that thanks to the prestige, thanks to, you know, prestige 2, 3, 4, stuff like that. Then prestige 5, is it worth it? Well, let me see. Cooldown. That's a good ability. Balance by damage, that's useful. So basically he gets a boost to his ability that you get every 25 seconds then. And that lets you stunlock enemies around you and do damage to them, which is great. It's not a major difference to your gameplay, as nothing here, I think. I don't know if it counts as melee damage or as range damage, his ability. Do you guys know? Because I'm not sure. Yeah, maybe this is affected by the damage of here. If that's the case, this could matter a little bit, you know, to use balance bar on one side. So yeah, Not the best Prestige 5, not the most special, but it gives something, so if you are going to Prestige him to 5 anyways, it's okay. That makes him a little bit more efficient. Okay, I think I fucked up. Okay, wait, sorry. Let me just go very quick. Let me put my build back. Okay, up. Okay, what else did I have? Yeah, right there. Fuck, I don't know what else. Oh, let's just put it like this, huh? So, now Annie. Annie, even without a prestige, is awesome. Truly awesome, in my opinion. So Annie is about guns, you know, so no standard build here. So prestige 1. Well, I don't have it, so you can see it. 30%. That's big. That's really big. The damage with guns is always higher than the damage you do with melee weapons. It's a thing because, you know, they are limited by ammo. So that 5% is a little bit more significant in some way, and makes, you know, like, get her to prestige 1, you know, don't be like me. I mean, you know, it's hard to have them, alright? So prestige 1, super useful. Then the points you get next. I think, yeah, like, if I get to prestige 1, first thing I'm going to do is that. Super useful. Then I might just go with something like her OR, which is useful as well. So that's 2 points. Then this could be useful as well. A little bit of anti-fear. I don't think I could get there. So I would say up to prestige 2 or 3. It feels, maybe even, yeah, 2 or 3. 3, I guess it feels useful. Prestige 4, not that much. But if you get to prestige 5, you get this here. So when you use your ability, extra 5%, extra 2 seconds duration, it's not much. And cooldown is improved as well. That's big. That's really, really good. So prestige 5 with her, you can then make some builds. You can max this out as well. You can, you know, go with whatever, you know. Yeah, there isn't that much actually. But yeah, you know, you can have fun, and there is something else after prestige 5. It's not over, alright? So she's a worthy prestige 5 for everyone who enjoys playing hunter or leader, since she's a combination of both. Ruby. So Ruby is good with both melee and guns. So okay, well, so prestige 1, so that's big. You get everything here: max stamina regeneration, cooldown reduction, maximum damage, and damage reduction. Without it, actually, Ruby is not as strong as people say. With it, she becomes kind of strong and useful, but she's not really the best in every area here. At least on the damage area, I think she might be kind of the worst, possibly, if I'm honest. When I play with Ruby, I think I have less damage with any other leader, pretty much, in average, you know. Anyways, what makes that prestige 1 quite useful, really. That makes a big difference once you learn to use her well. She's a bit more tricky than others. So skill points, because she's so good with both melee and guns, every time you get a skill point, very soon, you know, you can put it somewhere. You can improve her melee, you can go with anti-fear, you can go there, you can cooldown. I would not suggest it, because, yeah, for some reasons, it's not a video about Ruby, so I won't go into details, but yeah. Her aura as well, this extra ammo as I have here, Season Survivor Basic, which is a skill other survivors do not have, by the way. So with her, every prestige is useful, and you will always be like, oh, I need a point right there for my next, you know, prestige. So after prestige 1, up from 1 to 5, every point is useful. Now her prestige 5 ability. Cooldown gets reduced, useless. Maximum charge doesn't change, useless. Maximum damage with the blast, 880, a little bit useful at the book and in some areas of the game, but not really a game changer except against Necro and Warlord. You can use this at book and make sure that it ends at the right timing, so you actually damage a new portal of units that that just got spawned, including the possessed unit as well. It hurts the balance bar. Max health restore does not change, so overall getting up to Prestige 5 is a little bit better, but it's not something worth striving for. The points you get are probably as useful, so yeah, not the most amazing Prestige 5. Now Brock. So Brock. Freaking on, man. Such a disappointment. Anyways. Right from the party. Boom. Prestige 1. So you get an extra 12% here for every value that you see. Basically, it cooldown, damage, both ranged and melee. Fear reduction, it seems small, and it is. So I would say on him, it's not that special. Honestly, it doesn't make a big difference, as you will not have 3 characters that are the same very often in the party. Maybe it makes a difference for the fear reduction, the 12%, because fear is a little... I won't explain it here, but it works in a very specific way that makes every percent matter way more than... Compared to damage, it's very different. So maybe, yeah, not... Probably one of the worst Prestige ones in the game. But the skill points... Brock lacks stamina compared to other leaders. He does like a good amount of things, so I guess being able to get the points to get to that, for example, or maybe that, or an extra melee damage here, because why not? It's somewhat useful, but that is also useful, so yeah, I would say yeah, it's okay, it's useful to get the Prestige 3, 2 or 3, maybe 4. You don't get a crazy use of your points, but still an addition. Now Prestige 5. So Prestige 5, he gets duration, doesn't change, or doesn't fucking matter. Nobody gives a fuck. It's if you have a good build, doesn't matter one bit. A rare effect, low, 10%. So that boosts this by 10%, and it's, well, that's like, basically you get 1% for each of those values here. I mean, yeah, it's okay. I would say overall Brock is not really the character that is really worth prestiging completely, like from 1 to 5, not really worth it. I guess there is screamers, but you don't even see them, the demon sees them if I'm correct, so yeah, not really worth it in my opinion. Well, at least if a survivor is not worth prestiging, it will be him. Now, warriors. I use him quite a lot, so I can tell you really how good it is, to prestige him from 1 to 5. So as a warrior, honestly, every point that you get is so important. You can put it here, super important. You can have extra damage from here. You can have extra options from here as well. Not necessarily, I like to think, I think that when you get to Prestige 3 is where you even 2 or 3 is really where you get to use all of your points, but then having 2 extra points here, 2 extra points here, 2 here is good, but not necessary. No, maybe removing 1 here too. So yeah. So yeah, oh my bad. Prestige 1. Prestige 1 I mean, fucking useless. I got him to Prestige 2 right away or something, and that makes a small difference that is not noticeable. You won't see it, so yeah, not the best Prestige 1, not one with which you kind of like to, like some characters, it's a lot better to put points to get them to Prestige 1 then start playing them, because why? Because it chooses better. Him doesn't matter. The skill points that you get matters, I guess. Now, yeah, as I said, yeah, so from 1 to 5, it's useful, as a warrior. It's every point you can get somewhere makes a big difference, I would say. In terms of damage, it will make a difference, and you will see it in your numbers. And doing high damage numbers as a damage dealer is always more fun, so I say it's useful, yeah, to get those extra skill points from 2, 3 and 4. Prestige 5, big, super, very very important, makes a big difference. So damage increase 5%, I see it. Damage reduction 5%, I don't feel it, but I'm not really someone who is careful. I mean, I don't even have damage reduction here, so I wouldn't be able to tell. Health restored, very big. Really, this seems like nothing, 250 to 280, but oh well. And the fear reduction, 5 to, that's big too, really. Like the fear reduction, I see the difference. The health restored, I see the difference because I keep using those colas. Like, well, it's like a cola basically. You use one, then you get into a car and you get your objective, and you pretty much have it again, right? So Prestige 5, really worth it, super useful, and it's basically it. So I really suggest that you get into Prestige 5 as it becomes super strong. That potion is really special, especially with the properties you get from Prestige 5. So overall, a good character to Prestige. Getting him quickly to 1 doesn't matter, but for skill points will help you, and Prestige 5 is super useful. Scotty. So Scotty, honestly, him being 3 or 5 to me doesn't matter much. So Scotty I think is quite useful without the Prestige. As you can have pretty much the same build, it's minus 2 points, or 3 points. What you get with Prestige 1 is that collateral damage or heavy melee attacks inflict additional damage to nearby enemies. That makes a difference. I can see it, and I think when you have 3 or 4 units around you, that 12% makes a difference. But you get an impact radius difference, and damage hit is also a little bit higher. When you have a legendary, that those extra 12%, they feel like 20% basically. So it's a decent Prestige 1. You don't have to necessarily get to it before you even play the character, I would say, but it's decent. It's something to strive for. The skill points you get, Scotty really relies on the axe, so you don't have to use that, for example. I would say up to Prestige, as I am here, Prestige 3, they are quite important to really get the max damage with him, which is, well, again, quite significant with him. So I would say get to Prestige 3, and then 4 and 5. I could put the points here, but it doesn't matter to me. Maybe it matters to you. So I guess you could get to 5 to kind of have your build being complete and really as good as it can get. Prestige 5 ability, I don't use this ability, so I wouldn't know. It's difficult for me to find the timing to use it. Maybe after my 4th hit, but the thing is, I spend so much time trying to time my hit from the last one. The last one is your last hit, that I rarely find time to use that. I think it would be useful if you have a leader around you that is boosting you. This becomes quite useful, as you can one-shot your enemies and do like 300 or 400 damage. But how to say, I would say it's not amazing. I think it's good, even though I don't use it, but I can't say it's amazing. So I would say it's decent, but not really. It's not a game changer. So not really something worth striving for, unless you really love Scotty overall. Henry, I don't use Henry, so I'm going to go quick over this character. So Prestige 1, where is it? Okay, Battle Hardened. Increases maximum health and shield bar length. So you get a bit more health, which is not necessarily a good thing, but it's useful. Basically you get 2.5%, which might be equal to maximum health here, 15%. I don't know, I'm not sure. Doesn't matter, I guess. Shield bar length increase is good, but you don't get shields for free, you still have to pick them up, so at the end I don't think it matters much. It could make some of the builds here a little bit more useful, Yeah, I guess it's kind of useful to get there, but not necessary and not game changing either. So yep, don't have to get there fast. The skill points you get, he doesn't have high damage, basically. He has some damage here, well, which makes the shield quite, I guess the shield ability is quite important because of that damage reflected 30%, a little. So, getting the skill points from prestige 1 to 5, so 2, 3, 4, could be useful to being able to give him the damage he does not have otherwise. But that is a major problem with Henry. He does not have a really high damage, so you kind of have to, I will need some skill points here. I will need at least one there, and yeah, I think that would be it. So yeah, just so he gets some damage, I think up to 5 every skill point can be pretty much useful. You probably will need that as well for the sledgehammer meta. So it is useful to get him to 5. His prestige 1 is not amazing. Prestige 5, unstoppable. So his ability lasts 1 second more, and you have a 5-second cooldown reduction. Not the best prestige 5. It's decent. It could make a difference if you couple it maybe with quicker cooldown. First 5 seconds could save the game. I guess I would say it's decent. It's not going to make the game more fun for you. It's not going to give you more possibilities with the builds. To be honest, it doesn't make the game more special. Once you reach 5, you're like, what do I do? And you're like, I don't know. So not the most amazing prestige 5 again. Mia, better than Henry in my opinion. So prestige 1, maximum damage, I think that's what you get, right? Yeah, also you get an extra 5% more damage. When your fear reach a certain threshold, you get that 5% pretty much at the very end of it, so it's hard to get to it. So I would say it's useful, but you mostly get it, I think, when you use this, combined with this, obviously. So it's great. For me, I play that's actually big. She's all about damage, and you get more damage. So that's good. Get there. Useful. You probably will see a difference, I would think. Then the skill points. Mia likes a little bit of, that. She's not very tough, she's a little bit squishy, so I think it's good to get some skill points there. She's all about damage, so getting her to max damage is also useful. So I would say from prestige 1 to 5, the skill points that you get they're all useful. So it's worth spending time and prestiging her to the max, as you can also kind of, you have a lot of options, a few more options than Scotty. You have this for the sledgehammer, and you have this for one-handed, this, so yeah, her prestige 5 ability. So I got, since I have it, duration is a little bit longer, melee damage 5%, that's big, okay. Fear reduction per kill, you get a little bit more, and honestly that makes a difference too. So that's a good prestige 5, I would say. Possibly one of the best, not the best, but it's a good one. I think it's worth it, and I think, and you also can make, can then make a few different builds, because you just got more damage and all. So it's alright. It's a decent prestige 5 to strive for, I would say, overall. Okay, Huntrash. Getting him to prestige 1 first of all makes a big difference. 5% more damage, more dismemberment makes a little difference. Balance by damage, super big difference. Reload speed increase, big difference. So get him to prestige 1, just do it right away, don't play him otherwise. I mean, you can, but it's better to start playing him once he's prestige 1, so super useful to get there. Then, as a hunter, like right now I'm prestige 2, I have everything I need. So if you get to prestige 2, and you can have this maxed out, this maxed out, this maxed out, this maxed out, you're good. That's very, very useful. Warrior, she's a little bit special, so so between 2 and 5, so when you get to 3 and 4, using your skill points here possibly, I think, would be very useful too. That completes him in some way, since he plays with the double barrel, and this was made for the double barrel, I believe, and possibly the boomstick. Yeah. So yeah, and oh yeah, okay. His prestige 5, since I'm at it, exorcist. You reduce a little bit more, the demon energy when you use it. On his possessed, cooldown is 85 seconds. Quite useful. The first effect, the 5% for the infernal energy, is not for you, it's against the demon, so you won't see the difference, but I think it's big and I think it's annoying to the demon, so it's a decent prestige 5 update, but most of all, I believe the skill point you get when you get to prestige 5 will be very useful. As I said, surgical strike being a big thing for Ash, and you can also go with different builds for fun, or that too once you get to prestige 5. So skill points on Ash, extremely useful. The prestige 1, extremely useful. Prestige 5, decent. That's my overall thoughts about him. So now let's get to the next hunter, Ed. So prestige 1, Weapon Master Crossbow. So instead of 5%, you get a 10% damage increase. That's big. I found the crossbow pretty useful. I like most. What the fuck is this build though? Oh shit. Let me change what. Oh my god. What the fuck is that? My bad. I don't know why I have that, but it fucking sucks. Holy crap. What the fuck? Oh, okay. I'm fine now. What the fuck was that? Oh wait, oh my god, I'm still missing points. Whatever, I guess. Damn, I still don't have enough. Yeah, I need to get to prestige 1. You can see clearly where this is not okay. That's very important with the crossbow, last chance, okay? So let's put this point here. So I need to get to prestige 1 basically, just because of the skill point here. Super important with this crossbow, and you will also get that as well, an extra 10%. Dismemberment doesn't matter, balance bar damage matters a lot, reload speed increase, that matters very much too. So get to prestige 1 with that. I will try to get there eventually. I don't play him, but if I do, I will have to get there quickly. Now, from prestige 1 to 5, so 2, 3, 4. His ability, the cooldown is quite long. It's something about him that I realized. So getting those points here, super useful. Getting 2 extra points here, super useful. So, and I think that's already it. So getting him from 1 to 5 makes him better every time, and it feels useful, those skill points, I would say. Because they make him better and more complete as a character. His prestige 5, what is it? Duration slightly longer, cooldown 5 seconds, super useful as it is extremely long. I would say it's quite useful. It might feel less long if you have that and this as well together. So it's a decent prestige 5. Doesn't make the game more fun for you, but makes your head gameplay a little bit more head gameplay, kinda like you will use his ability a bit more. It's a bit cooler, might clutch at times. So yeah, it is worth getting to 5. I think every time as I said, that makes him a little bit stronger and a little bit more useful, as he doesn't have any damage ability right there except for that one. So yeah, prestige him to 5, useful. But I would say a good worthy character to prestige. Now Kelly. So as you can see, I'm prestige 4 and I'm going to 5. I think it's useful. So prestige 1 gave me that, if I'm correct. So prestige 1 counter shot, you get a 5% increase and the duration of 2 or more seconds. Makes a difference. honestly it does. I could see it right away. As you know, I'm sorry. So damage you get stacks. For example, you can use counter shot, like, you know, basically you do dodge when you shoot, and you get, let's say, 80 bleeding damage when you do another dodge and you shoot again, or you don't even have to. You can just shoot. You have like 10 seconds. You have to be quick, and then it keeps stacking. So at extra 5% will stack as well. So big difference. Get to Prestige 1, guys. No, that makes her better, especially if you're against a higher prestige demon. From 1 to 5, well, that's very useful. What I did myself was get to there, so important with her. Then I put the last 2 points here so far. That's what I did. You could also go there. This might be useful with her, with the boomstick, I would say, possibly. When I get to prestige 5, I think I will go there. I think I will put the extra point I get right here and couple it with the prestige 5 ability, which is 2 seconds moderation. Makes a difference to me, honestly. Not big, but makes a difference. And then you get the cooldown is a little bit shorter, so not the most amazing prestige 5, but you know, since your gameplay is kind of both about dodging, this one and this one, it makes some difference, and then you can have a fun build from it, you know, from this extra duration and cooldown right here. It's not big, but it's a decent prestige 5, or almost decent, I would say. So overall, it's very useful to get her to prestige 4. 5 is decent, yeah, and prestige 1 is quite important, I would say. Alright. Now Amanda. I don't play Amanda, but I know her really well. So prestige 1, super important. That 1%, basically that's for every hit. So if you hit 10 times, it's not 1%, it's 10. And then it can go... Is there a limit? I mean, I don't know if there is a limit, but... Well, basically that's big. Let's just put it that way. It's getting her to prestige 1 right away is, I would say, important. That will be significant in your games, even though she's quite powerful even without it, honestly. Although, but getting the extra skill points, you know, for her to put it here and then here, this could be useful as well. Maybe, I'm not sure. We need to read that. Yeah, this as well. So yeah, from prestige 1 to prestige 5, the skill points you get, I think, they're fairly useful. Not very useful or necessary. I would say up to 2 or 3 it's kind of necessary, you know, to use last chance with her. But yeah, so yeah, a good character to prestige to 1 and to get to 5, and at 5 you get 2 seconds moderation and a better cooldown that you can couple with quicker cooldown once you get the skill points for it. So overall, good character overall to prestige from 1 to 5. Not the best prestige 5, you know, but it's a good one. Yeah, good one. Slightly better than Kelly, in my opinion, I think. Yeah. Alright, let's get to the next character. Hirosh. So well, that I already know. Prestige 1, super useful. You get that extra 5% here for your melee attacks to heal your teammates. Get there. As a healer, that's so important. Like, get there before you even play him, yeah? So Prestige 1, very useful. Worth, you know, spending the time for it, or just spending the points for it. In my case, that was the points. Then from 1 to 5, so you can get this here, so you can get Industrial Strength, which is actually useful with this very specific healer, since he can heal himself and he has an infinite source of healing. This is actually very useful with him in particular, I believe. Basically, I won't go over the details, but this is mostly not useful on all characters pretty much. Then the skill points you get, you know, from prestige 1 to prestige 5, the 3-4 skill points you will then get Well, as I said, it's industrial strength right away, so it's super useful. Makes him better every single time. So it's a target worth striving for. Then prestige 5. You get an extra fear reduction, and your cooldown is even shorter. It feels short already, so I guess if you couple it with does he have the ability thing? Fuck, I don't even think he does. So he doesn't have the ability cooldown. Well, it's it's alright. It's kind of it's almost decent. I would say it's not bad. It's not useless. It's between decent and not that great. Yeah. Okay, so that's Prestige 5. So either way, the skill points are very useful, so why not? But at Prestige 5 you won't get something very special that will make your gameplay way cooler and give you more builds possibilities. So yeah, except for maybe using Fear No Evil, I guess, right? Yeah, not the most amazing Prestige 5 overall. Cheryl. So Cheryl, Prestige 1, when you drink a sham cola, they gain an increased amount of heal. That's big. That's big. That's basically more healing for free just by getting a prestige. Get there quickly, as quick as you can. That will make you a better healer and give you higher numbers, which will help you prestige a little bit more. For example, that category right here will be boosted by your prestige. Yeah, and the skill points you get from 1 to 5, you could put them, well, here you can put them in industrial strength as well to couple it with your infinite source of healing. Not sure if it's the best choice. You can put them here, you can add more damage. So overall it's great to get to. From 1 to 5 you will use the skill points, and each of them you will pretty much be looking forward to add them to your skill tree. Yeah. Prestige 5, healing per seconds, duration same. She gets a 10 seconds not increase, the opposite on her cooldown. I think it's good because you might see 10 seconds here, but you will use your ultimate something like, I would say, 10 times during a game, depending on how things go, probably more like 8 or 9. So those 10 seconds, they might matter a few times, each game. So it's decent. Not going to a game, you're not going to make your game different, not going to make your game more fun. So yeah, it's a decent Prestige 5. Yeah, between decent and not that great once more. Alright. Now Pablo. Oh my god, Pablo. So Prestige 1, it's useful to get there. I would say it matters. I'm not sure if I can say it matters a lot because I don't play him, I don't have him there. I would say, yeah, it matters a good amount. Almost a lot, probably. So get there if you like Pablo, yeah. It's a good thing. It will change, it will help a bit, yeah. Then the skill points you get from your prestige from 1 to 5. Are they useful? Well, you could add more damage, or with him honestly having 4 points here would be so amazing. Oh my god, he lacks damage in everything. He doesn't have an extra 20% as Ash, Hero Ash does, for example, with guns when he does an headshot. So oh my god, Pablo, yeah, very useful. The skill points you will get with him, you will know where to put them every time, because he kind of needs he needs them. Difficult to play this character. Then Prestige 5, gift from El Burro Special. So you get a cooldown for his amulets of 10 seconds. An amulet compared to Cheryl, who heals you for like almost a third of your health bar, is, I find it pretty small in comparison, but with an amulet build, maybe it makes it better. So yeah, not amazing, not really worth spending the time to get there. So yeah, Pablo, not the most useful character to prestige in my opinion. You get some skill points, you will use them, but yeah, not amazing. I would not recommend unless you love Pablo, obviously. Now David. So David, I don't even know. Prestige 1. Damage reduction 3%, extra duration 2%. This I think is useful because you can couple it with his ability and together, and then there are some characters who also have some damage reduction abilities, so that 3% here could make a difference. So extra duration I think too. It's small, but it's a decent prestige 1, yeah, decent. So yeah, get him to prestige 1. You don't be in a hurry, unlike some characters where it's game changing, but it's a good prestige 5 to get to, I guess. And then from prestige 1 to 5 you will get, 3 or 4 skill points, and you can use them, I would say, with him. Damage resistance as I have, maybe get more melee damage. Anti-fear, not that useful. Yeah, not that useful. Maybe put them here. Yeah, okay. So not the most useful prestige 1 to 5 character, unless I'm missing something related to his abilities that you could use here in the skill tree. I have a gun build with him. Yeah, you tell me, guys. I don't see anything special about getting him to 5. So prestige 5. 10 seconds cooldown, fear reduction speed 3, duration 3 seconds. That seems good. Yeah, that seems good. Better than decent, I would say. His beacon of hope is quite strong, and the fear reduction speed 3 might counter ball. I think it might just counter ball, possibly. 3 is actually a lot, okay? A regular light source is like 1 or 2. So 3 is like 3 times more, okay? So it's a good prestige 5, and I think you will see the difference. The cooldown as well, will make a difference too. So I guess it's alright to get him to 5. It's useful. That makes him a better character. Not the most amazing prestige 5 and the most fun, doesn't really give you more choices in terms of builds, and you won't get excited and be like, oh hey, now I can do this. Well, nope, you won't. So yeah, decent. Now Blacksmith. So Blacksmith, from my memory, was terrible, but let's hope my memory is wrong, but probably not. So prestige 1. Chance an amulet doesn't break, doesn't change. Cooldown doesn't change. Melee damage extra 3%. Duration extra 2%. But 3% here, I think it could matter, especially because that's the only buff he gives. As a warrior, I think it does matter when someone has that. Not much. Yeah, it's a decent prestige 1. Why not? Don't be in a hurry, though it's not that special, as sadly that, yeah, it only buffs one thing pretty much. Duration to me doesn't matter much. For 2 extra seconds for a damage ability doesn't matter as much. Yeah. But the points you get. Blacksmith has a lot of issues. He doesn't have a gun, so with him, every point you can use here just probably to go to fear and wavy, so he doesn't get control, as it's terrible for him to get control compared to some other characters, because they have a gun and they can get to a car and shoot the car to drain the demon energy. He can't do that. So yeah, from prestige 1 to 5, I guess it's quite useful, to spend the time, to make him less vulnerable overall, and a little bit stronger in some areas, such as this, since he's kind of a little bit of a warrior. So yeah, from 1 to 5, the skill points are pretty useful, I would say. His prestige 5 ability. Fucking useless. Yeah, but okay, yeah. That's terrible. That's the worst prestige 5 ability, I think. So higher chance of fashioning a high quality weapon. I mean, basically you will use this ability once, like once or twice. Oh my god. I think that's basically what you start with, by the way. So you start with 10 more, right? Yeah, okay, so you start with 10 instead of 5. That's... Oh my god, why doing this to the blacksmith mains? You know, they deserve so much more when they get to 5, honestly, after all the pain they endured, you know? Yeah, why? Why, Saber? Why doing this to... Oh my god. So that's, well, that's not the best way to end my video about prestiging, but at least it's a little bit funny and ironic. What the fuck? Anyways, so overall, I guess I make yeah. So this character here, he was decent to get from 1 to 5, kind of useful. Her, super useful. Him, even more, super useful, super fun. Her makes her a little bit stronger, not really an amazing prestige 5, but from 1 to 5 the skill points you get are useful. Him, that was okay. I don't even remember. Him, quite amazing, makes a big difference, way more efficient at prestige 5, and the points you get are useful. Getting him to 5, him doesn't matter much, but the skill points until prestige 3 makes quite the difference, and prestige 1 is good as well. Henry, not the most amazing character to prestige from 1 to 5, but I guess it's alright, at least he gets some buffs from it. But yeah, not amazing. Mia, good. A Mia player, every time they prestige and they get more points, they can add more damage to the build. And the prestige 1, both prestige 1 and 5 buffs to add more damage as well, so it's good. It's a good character to prestige. Him, yeah, very, very useful from 1 to 5. His ability has the buff to his ability at prestige 1 and prestige 5, especially prestige 1, are extremely useful, so this guy, prestige him. And gameplay, useful. Every time you get a skill point, you will find it very useful, and it will add something to your build and to add gain and help with his abilities that have some quite the long cooldown. Yeah, Kelly. Every time you will be able to get more damage, and that's what she's about, a little bit like Mia, you know, Mia and Kelly. So every time you get more damage and you add it up, you know, and you have more fun, more damage, more fun, right? So quite useful. Exactly the same for her. Even maybe a little bit better, I would say. Her prestige 1 is really amazing. Hers is good, but hers is even better. Cheryl and Ash both get a good use of the extra skill points they get from the prestige. When you get them to prestige 1, it's very, for him it's crazy useful, for her it's very useful. Yeah, Pablo, fucking disappointment. Prestige 1 decent, the rest yeah, basically just to make him less annoying to play, you know, I guess. David, useful. Decent prestige 1 and 5. This character is quite specific. Is about efficiency, you know, is not a character that you play if you really want to have fun, even though his ability looks cool. So yeah, that makes him better overall, so it's okay to get him to 5. Will not make your games more fun, but it's okay. Blacksmith, the most terrible prestige 5 in the out there, so not worth getting to 5. Prestige 1 gives you a little boost when you use your amulets, boost of damage and small extra duration. The skill points, it's useful to get him to probably 2 or 3, but to 5 honestly, it's better to spend your points on anyone else on the list, pretty much. So yeah, that was the resume for the ones who do not want to listen to the whole thing. Yeah. So thanks for watching this long ass video, or whatever part of it you watch. Hopefully it was useful to you, and see you next video. I will go get some water.